Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the secrets hidden in plain sight within corporate filings. Today, we're diving deep into Adverum Biotechnologies' latest report, and let's just say things took a turn for the off-balance sheet. Get ready. Because we're about to decode a major lease termination and a significant financial move that might surprise you. But first, if you love getting clear, no-nonsense insights from company reports, make sure you are subscribed. And for those who enjoy real-time discussions and direct access, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. Alright, let's jump into this. This is an 8K filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, which means it is reporting a really important event that shareholders need to know about right away. Think of it as a company's breaking news announcement. This report is from Adverum Biotechnologies, Incorporated, a company working in the biotech space. They're focused on developing treatments delivered through gene therapy, aiming to help people with serious eye diseases. You'll also see they're listed on a major stock exchange, the Nasdaq Capital Market, under the ticker symbol ADM. This tells us they're a publicly traded company. And these reports are for investors like you and me. Now, here is where it gets interesting. The company is reporting the termination of a significant lease agreement. It sounds dry, but this has real financial implications. They had a lease for their premises at 14 W Alexander Drive in Durham, North Carolina. This lease was originally set to run until October of 2037, which is a long time. But on the 19th of November 2025, they received a notice that this lease was terminated earlier than expected. The landlord in this situation is a company called RNC Region Number 21 LLC. So, why would a company give up a lease that much earlier than planned? Because there was a deal. As a penalty, or rather, as consideration for this early termination, Adverum Biotechnologies agreed to pay the landlord $1 million in cash within 30 days of receiving the termination notice. That is a pretty significant amount, but that is not all. They also had to release to the landlord a promissory note worth $7.4 million. This promissory note was being held in escrow, meaning it was set aside until certain conditions were met. The maturity date, or the date it was due, was set for the 31st of January 2031. Or sooner if the company hit $150 million in annual net revenues or royalties from their lead candidate, Ixo-vec. Even more importantly, it would accelerate if there was a change of control of the company. In simple terms, if the company was bought or merged, this note would become due much faster. The company is also flagging this under a section about financial obligations. Normally when you lease a building, that is considered an off-balance sheet arrangement. But here, with the promissory note and the cash payment, it creates a direct financial obligation for Adverum Biotechnologies. This means this termination isn't just paperwork, it is impacting their cash and their future financial commitments. These details are further explained in Exhibit 10.1, which is the lease termination notice itself, and Exhibit 10.2, the promissory note. These are the actual legal documents that lay out the terms of this agreement. Now, on a more positive note, there is some other news sprinkled in. Adverum Biotechnologies announced that they've completed the target enrollment for their pivotal Phase 3 Artemis trial on the 19th of November, 2025. This is a crucial step in testing their treatment Ixo-vec for a specific eye condition. Completing enrollment means they've successfully recruited the number of patients needed for the study to proceed and gather reliable data. This is a big deal for a biotech company, as it means their research is moving forward, closer to potentially bringing a new treatment to market. Looking at Exhibit 10.1, the lease termination notice, it clearly states the date of the 19th of November 2025 as the effective termination date. This confirms the timeline we've been discussing, and Exhibit 10.2, the promissory note, dated the 19th of November 2025, outlines the significant financial commitment tied to this early lease exit. The $7.4 million note represents a substantial chunk of potential future liability that Adverum is now carrying. This report is signed by Lauren Fisher, Maryland, the President and Chief Executive Officer of Adverum Biotechnologies. Having the CEO sign off indicates the importance of these events. So, what does it all mean? Adverum Biotechnologies appears to be strategically streamlining its operations, possibly consolidating its footprint or reducing fixed costs. The early termination of a long-term lease, coupled with a substantial cash payment and the release of a large promissory note, suggests a calculated move. While it frees them from a long-term commitment, it also incurs immediate costs and a significant future financial obligation that is tied to the company's revenue performance and potential acquisition. On the flip side, the successful completion of patient enrollment in their Artemis trial is excellent news. It shows progress in their core business of developing new therapies. The company is making moves on two fronts, managing its operational costs and advancing its key research programs. The big question is how effectively they can manage the financial implications of the lease termination, especially that promissory note. Its acceleration upon a change of control also adds a layer of complexity if they are a potential acquisition target. However, the positive news from the Artemis trial suggests they are pushing forward with their primary mission. For investors, it's a classic biotech balancing act, managing cash burn and operational expenses while investing heavily in promising research. Alright, that is our breakdown of Adverum Biotechnologies' latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Do you think this lease termination is a smart move or a risky gamble? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. Don't forget to check out our Discord in the description for more in-depth discussions and to connect with fellow corporate explorers. Thanks for watching. See you next time.